They've been learning to use they've been learning how to use guns to fight. Are we ready
to defend our motherland?
Yes, we are ready.
These Kuki Zo people that are training are literally training to defend themselves from genocide, from ethnic cleansing. That is why they're training themselves. That's why they're getting trained.
There is a great discrimination, let me use that word, discrimination between the hills and the plains. If we say that we don't need arms, that means they are going to take up all our land by force. So the only way...
By the way, the reason he's not wrong about that, the reason we can rest assured that he is right about this, is because when all of this broke out, when all of the violence broke out, it was Meiteis attacking Kukis that were peacefully counter-protesting the Manipur High Court recommendation that Meiteis be given scheduled tribe status.
Yes, to prevent and to defend, to protect ourselves is taking up arms for now. But the political solution will be there, and that's what we want.
This is the mayor of Paibis. These women are responsible for getting... I don't think they've killed anyone in particular like the Meite Lepun has. Or they haven't like instigated fights like the Meite Lepun has. But they were responsible for... They were partially responsible for the 2 women that were stripped naked. Yeah, enablers in charge. These women were partially responsible for stripping the 2 Kuki women in that video naked and having the Meite men grope them on the street and then throw them into the ditch and rape them. They're partially responsible for that. The other group of people that are responsible are the cops, the Manipur cops.
In United Manipur?
Yeah, of course you do, because you believe that you own the hill regions. You fascist piece of shit. You believe that you own the hill areas, when in reality the hill areas belong to the Kuki Zos, to the Zomi people. Get the out of here.
We believe in one India, and therefore any kind of separatism is strongly...
The Kuki Zos are not separatists. They are simply asking for a separate administration within India. They are not asking to separate from India. They are asking to be Indians, but given a separate administration.
Condemnable, and against it...
Oh, is it? It's strongly condemnable, is it? Okay.
Manipur cannot be divided at any cost.
All right, got it. Trigger warning. They tortured him by gouging out his right eye. And then they cut off his right arm and asked, do you want the other arm? Then chopped off his left arm as well. The older of 2 siblings, David's mother, died when he was 6. A passionate footballer, he played in various village tournaments. After class 12, he left for Mumbai, where he purportedly worked at a restaurant. After the pandemic hit in 2020, he returned home to take care of his disabled father. He was planning to go back when ethnic violence erupted in Manipur on 3rd May. 2 months later, David was allegedly tortured and killed, allegedly by a violent mob. His uncle recounts what happened on that fateful day. David and some other volunteers would stay in Langsa village and look for miscreants and thieves. So that the village was safe and sound. They had no protective equipment. At dawn on 2nd July, when the incident occurred, along with the other villagers, were keeping a watch when Meitei terrorists with heavy arms and weapons entered our village. They captured some of the volunteers along with David and asked them which tribe they belonged to. David replied, "I'm a Khmer, do whatever you want." He was ready to face the consequences. Soon after that, they tied a rope around his neck and dragged him into a field. Instead of finishing him off with guns, they inhumanely tortured him. A complaint was filed by David's uncle Bun Khao Lin at Churachandpur district at police station on 2nd July. The complaint says David's body parts were burnt to ashes after chopping them into pieces, and his head was hung on a bamboo fence. An FIR was lodged at Churachandpur police station against unknown people for murder and unauthorized possession of firearms. Despite her son's commitment toward his tribe and community, the miscreants tortured him inhumanely. He has always been instrumental for our people. The way he was brutally tortured pierces our hearts. This is not the manner in which any human should be treated. It is simply inhumane. His father's health has taken a turn for the worse after David's killing. It's not just about David. Tribals across Manipur are being oppressed. The case has now been transferred to Kumbi police station. Bishnupur police told the Quint that while the investigation is underway, no arrests have been made so far. But guys, Trump's mugshot though.